in the night sky? And why does the sun move in the daytime sky? The answer is the stars and the sun aren't really moving. We're moving. Our Earth is turning, and it carries us with it. Let's go back to the astronomy room and see how the Earth turns. We live on planet Earth. If we could look at the Earth from somewhere far out in space, we would see that the Earth is shaped like a giant ball. It turns very slowly and carries us with it, but we don't feel the Earth turning. So when we look up at the stars from our homes on Earth, it looks as if the stars are moving. Sometimes people ask, where does the sun go at night? The answer is, the sun doesn't go anywhere. The sun is very far away, and it shines on the Earth all the time. As the Earth turns, sometimes it turns us away from the sun. Then we have nighttime. After a while, the Earth turns us toward the sun, and then we have daytime. We have day and night because the Earth is always turning. So far, we've looked at the sun and the stars. Now, let's look at the moon. Everybody knows that the moon sometimes looks like a bright round light in the sky. But look more carefully. The moon isn't the same color all over. There are dark spots on the moon. Some people think the dark patches look a little bit like a face. The man in the moon. Of course, there really isn't a man's face up there, but it's fun to imagine pictures in the dark shapes on the moon. The moon is really a big ball of rock out in space. It doesn't make its own light as the sun does. Instead, we see the moon because the sun shines on it out in space. The moon isn't as big as our Earth, but it's still pretty big. The moon doesn't look the same every night. When the moon looks like a whole circle, we say the moon is full. Sometimes the moon looks like a skinny banana in the sky. We call that a crescent moon. Sometimes the moon looks like a half circle. We call that a quarter moon. Sometimes the moon has a shape that's almost like a circle, but not quite. We call that a gibbous moon. Let's go back outside and see what the sky looks like when the moon is up. Have you found the moon yet? Well, that's not a crescent moon, not a quarter moon, and not quite a full moon either. Tonight, the moon has that almost a circle shape we call a gibbous moon. The moon is very bright tonight. If you're ever in a safe place where there aren't many electric lights around, on a night when the moon is very bright, look at how the moon's light shines on things around you. Moonlight makes everything look quiet and peaceful. Well, moonlight is lovely to see, but nights when the moon is bright are usually not the best nights to look at the stars. In our sky right now, the faint stars are hard to see because the moon's light is so bright. But I want to show you what the sky looks like with a lot of stars in it. So once again, we're going to do something we can do only in the planetarium. We're going to make the moon fade away. I want to show you how a nighttime sky looks with no moon, no clouds, and no city lights. There it is, an unbelievably gorgeous, clear, dark, starry sky.